What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to the third edition of Black Business Today. I'm your host, Ron King, and we're going to get right into it. So, the title of this article is his criminal record disqualified him from receiving PPP. So, he pushed back and got the rules changed. Now, this is actually pretty groundbreaking stuff. This is an article about a black entrepreneur named Troy Parker, and he was in prison in 2015 for fraud. He was able to get out of prison, and once he got out of prison, he went immediately and started his business because he knew that he didn't want to return to the life of crime that he had lived previously. So, as the article says, when he got out of prison, he wasted no time. He headed straight to the library in his hometown, Cincinnati, Ohio, to start the business he'd spent years of his sentence thinking about. And then he says, prior to going to prison, I was, let's just say, materialistic. But in prison, I saw how many people, especially African Americans, left and came back. They tell you they couldn't get housing or a job, so they went back to crime or started using drugs. And this is a pretty prevalent problem within the black community. People will make one mistake. Now they have a felony on the record. Now no one will hire them. Now they can't get housing. They can't get a job, and it just goes downhill from there. And so he understood that he had to go and get it out the mud in order to make it after making a mistake like he made. So I commend this brother for his determination, and I respect his hustle. So let's move on here. So since Parker, he founded this company, Innovative Labor and Cleaning Services. He's held fast to that mission. If you don't have transportation to the job site, we provide it. If you don't have boots to start working, we'll give you boots and take it out of your first paycheck. Most people who return from prison or come out of rehab have mental health appointments, substance abuse appointments, PO appointments. So we make the schedule flexible. We're not really a second chance company. We're more of a third, fourth, and fifth chance company. This is amazing stuff. So this brother made this labor and cleaning service company, and he's hiring ex-convicts, people who have made mistakes, who are trying to rehabilitate themselves and improve their lives. He's empowering people that without a company like his, they would have a very, very tough time empowering themselves. So I completely respect that from this brother. He's doing some great things out here. So let's keep going here. By the end of 2019, the company had 120 employees doing very well. The company made over $2 million last year. Then in March, obviously, COVID hit. And right away, Parker applied for PPP and the EIDL loans offered to small businesses as part of the CARES Act, but was told he didn't qualify for either because the PPP rules disqualified anyone convicted of a felony in the last 5 years or anyone on parole or probation. And the SBA was automatically rejecting EIDL applications for business owners who had been convicted of any crime in the last 10 years. So this was a problem. If he wanted to keep his business going, he needed some money to come in so that he can make payroll and all these different things, pay for supplies, all the different things that a business owner has to worry about. So after he was denied, he didn't just do nothing. He didn't pout. He he said, "I'm gonna take this into my own hands." He wrote emails, he made calls, he connected with other business owners with criminal records through the Cincinnati African American Chamber of Commerce. He was connected to Ohio Senator Rob Portman, who heard Parker out and said he would write a letter on Parker's behalf to President Trump's staff and the SBA. So this man exhausted all of his resources. He reached out to everyone he could, made some connections, and he was able to have someone hear him out. Okay, so continuing here. So across the country, bipartisan advocacy groups and politicians began voicing opposition to the SBA's restrictive laws or rules for small businesses owners with criminal records. So we'll fast forward here. Eventually, he was able to get the loan. So let's see here. Even with the rules changed, there was a shocking number of bureaucratic roadblocks and hoops to jump through, but Parker got in his PPP application at the literal final hour and ended up receiving both the PPP and EIDL loans. With that money, he's been able to bring back many old and new employees. Plus, he's been able to start taking jobs that they couldn't before due to cash flow concerns. So once this money came in, his business started to improve. Obviously, you need that cash flow to keep the business afloat. So that was great for his business. And what are some ways of that you've been going about supporting your employees, talking more than listening, explaining how to address life's problems? He's given his employees advice on what to do just because he's been in that life. He's turned his life around. He's rehabilitated himself and he's empowering himself, and he's using his platform to empower his employees, which is amazing. And let's keep going here. He's telling people stay calm, we'll get through this together, all types of encouraging words. All right. And then lastly, okay, so since you received the PPP and EIDL loans, what has running the business been like? Once we got the loans, we got creative by first going into the community and finding individuals who were willing to work. So basically, they took that money and started hiring more people, scaled up their business, and found some people who didn't want to work, found some people who were getting unemployment and were okay with that, but then found people that were willing to work and helping them out by getting them boots, getting them transportation, all these different things so that they can come in and work. And lastly, looking to the future, are you optimistic that the SBA and banks will stop restricting access to loans and resources for business owners with criminal records? So, opening PPP loan access to business owners with criminal records is certainly a step in the right direction. In recent years, the ban we've seen the ban the box movement and employers having a more informed understanding on why re- hiring returning citizens makes good economic policy. We're not where we need to be, but I'm encouraged by efforts being made to help those who have paid their price to society and are now looking to lead successful and fulfilling lives. So that's the end of the article. I thought this was some really great stuff. you're seeing you're seeing people who have made mistakes able to turn their lives completely around and go ahead and empower themselves, but empower other people as well, people who have been in that same position that they were in, and giving them a hand, helping them out so that they can lead fulfilling and successful lives as well. And I think this is one of the most important things that we in the Black community need to do. We need to empower each other. Once we level up and get to a successful position, we need to take others with us. If we're going to close the racial wealth gap, that's what we have to do. Because you see, with other cultures do that. Jewish people are all about empowering other Jewish people. So, same thing with white people. Same thing with Hispanics. Same thing with Asians. It is what it is. We can't be crabs in a barrel. We have to support and help each other. And that's what I'm all about. That's what I want to do in the future. If and when I start a business that I'm able to scale up and get some employees, I'm going to be hiring Black people because I know how important it is to empower people of my own race. So that's about it for this video. If you enjoyed the content, please like, comment, and subscribe. 21's coming up around the corner. We got some great content planned for this year, and we're going to take this thing as far as it goes. So please join me on a journey. Once again, it's been Ron King with Black Business Today, signing off. Have a great day. Peace.